Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Moments ago, a scene that's played here since 2004. Big Ben Roethlisberger greeted by this sold-out Heinz Field crowd. His Steelers getting set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film will be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this would be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
Ryan Succop, the man tasked with getting this one started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who's becoming an elder statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
We talk so often about his physical attributes, of course, the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating, and he's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And right away, he lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
One of the things I like to do when I'm scouting players is talk to those who knew him before. And I ended up finding out that Amari Cooper has been like a professional route runner since the time he was 6 or 7 years old. Has always taken the game seriously, has always worked on his craft, and you see evidence of that each and every week on an NFL field. Couple that with his athletic ability, that's one big reason he's finding himself open in the NFL.
Now Carr throwing on second down. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
694. Down. 180.
Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, remember, we're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Roethlisberger will throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They run. This is Scarborough. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
2nd and goal from the 1.
230.
They get it to him running left. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Good job, baby. We build bridges.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on 1st down.
Oh! Hey, leave that guy alone. Leave that guy alone. That's a Pro Bowl corner right there.
First drive, instead 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, that's a Pro Bowl corner right there. Careful.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Rob Kelly. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Oh, God dang it.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Raiders. The former Packer Jordy Nelson on the receiving end from Carr. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They'll run with Darquan.
You got to get off the block, Hackney.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Bro, you got to get off that block.
And they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Damn.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Right back to him on first down. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Dante Fowler in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Carr.
Good job.
He's going to go down.
Get there.
Back near midfield at the 49.
How about that one the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he stopped immediately there. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, hold on.
This guy's got a
Every year, we talk about very few tight ends
Fucking
coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one goes for 24 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And
I see you.
Up past the 45.
I see you. We build bridges. We build bridges.
Right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction,
Way to read that.
That's
Cut it
the
back.
end result.
Way to read it and cut it back. Good job, JB. Oh, good job, JB. Way to see it, that hole. Cut it back. You saw your blocker. Whoop. Run through the hole, baby. And then this guy, whoop. Good job. What you got on the seat? What you got on the seat?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle here,
Good job.
Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger.
Oh, woo!
Oh, that was dangerous.
Damn, it was
Throw
dangerous.
it into coverage, almost picked.
We tried to,
But
I think we
instead
tried
they'll
to
keep
loft
it on
it.
2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
All right.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Damn, man, double coverage.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now Darkwa. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Cooper's first catch, and good for a 1st down. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's a close game here early on. More from the Steel City coming up after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football.
Oh, I see what they're doing. Those guys, okay, those guys are still in there. I see.
And they've got it here with a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, Darkwa. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hold on, I see. Because the starters are going to still play. All right, so we got to put Ben back in there. Put Ben still back in there.
In all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hackney! Front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Come on, Rook.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. Now Carr on the bootleg. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Darkwa. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Carr to throw.
Good job.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Good job. Good pressure.
That's what they might do here in week 2 of the preseason. They've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be caught by Brown.
Check out of it. Wait to see the guy standing at the line of scrimmage waiting to intercept you.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football. Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a play fake. Carr.
Oh, goddamn.
And got his man complete. 20. Touchdown.
Oh, man. See, I know we never play that defense.
72 yards. And
I
the
knew
Raiders are able to strike quickly for
All right,
6.
we never play that defense. I said it before
And
we did it.
he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 10-7. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Roethlisberger to throw. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
God, I mean, you just call the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Damn.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. They're gonna split some.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down.
Dogs, man, I'm going to have to do this myself. Oh, good God.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't.
Good job. Shut up, bitch. That's pass interference. That's pass interference. Look, that is that's pass interference. This guy's impeding the runner. Look. I mean, that's pass interference.
Hide what you're doing. And I think that right there,
you guys can't do that.
Where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Roethlisberger. Open man right side of Smith-Schuster, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Roethlisberger now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Roethlisberger's hurt again, huh?
The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Set, 3-19.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Let's look at this because this is a play we don't normally run. All right.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph.
Get out of there.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I saw that. That was not shaping up good.
The Steelers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Rudolph. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Mason Rudolph taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Good job, Bridges. I saw you make that block. Watch the young running back make the block on the linebacker. Watch him, guys. Watch him. Yep, bam. Good job. Good job, Bridges.
Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 14-10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now Bolden on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes.
Good job. Yeah, that's a Pro Bowl corner. That's a Pro Bowl corner. You got to leave him alone.
Able to take this one back to the 36.
That's a Pro Bowl corner. You better leave that guy alone.
Time for Cooper.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either.
It's a Pro Bowl corner. You better leave that guy alone.
In the hands of the wrong team.
Good job, P. Nick.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with.
This guy got big tree trunk legs, too. Bridges, Bridges.
Now, you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger.
Oh, goddamn. Damn, Ben.
Picked off by Carl Joseph.
Damn.
He'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
You suck. Oh, that wasn't Ben.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
That was, damn, oh, you throwing into the wind. Fucking Ben, you sorry, bitch. He's wide the fuck open. How do you throw that ball that bad? He's wide open. He's got that guy. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God, dude.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Carr now to throw.
Bam.
Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Carr now on first down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He got 29 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover
This
one.
guy can
That
put
means
the
it's
ball
just a
right where he
single
wants
high
to bend.
safety.
Had this guy
So
fucking
you
guy
know if you throw
wide
the ball to
open
the outside
and
part of the
underthrows
field,
him.
help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Carr now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On the carry is Kelly, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Good job.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
.14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. Space to maneuver at the 40.
I see you. Good job, Bridges.
44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop.
God, dog, we don't have enough offensive linemen. DeCastro's still out there. God dang it. You should not be out there, guy. Castro, damn sight should not be out there.
That one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing, Hundley. His throw incomplete. Brandon Bolden that time, the one he was trying to get it to. And it'll bring up 4th down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Hundley. Left side,
come up.
caught by Mitchell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh.
Punt for Pittsburgh? Oh, hi.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Here we go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Dobbs. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90.
Now the second-year man from South Dakota State. It's Zach Zenner.
Oh,
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
I like that guy.
Come on, let's go.
Now Scarborough. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The pass rush specialist, Dee Ford, in on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up.
What the?
And they take over. They'll set up at the 46-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing.
And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Come on, let's go.
They're going to look to throw. He's got this complete to Marcel Aitman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Hey. Let's go. What?
And on the ground they go with a running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good but bad for your team.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And the third down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Well, the drive starts with Rob Kelly, and he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The result of first down is a quick slant gets them 14.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. Let's get it.
Hundley now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now back to throw. A dump off here to Bolden. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Give. This is Kelly. And an alley to run. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There defensively was Matthias Farley to knock it away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go. Man 38.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Let's go.
This is Kelly. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Flush to his
Oh,
right.
God damn it.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Try at 38.
They'll set up a throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
And Succop will put this one right through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And Davis has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Camacho able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Here we go. White, 9.
Now Dobbs. And his throw here's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
This guy calls the same shit, man. Over and over and over again. Oh, no.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw Dobbs.
God.
And that is incomplete. There defensively was Matthias Farley to knock it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw.
Good job.
The football.
We got it. Good job.
It is.
Good job.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Steelers offense now. They get ready to head back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here. They can go ahead and do it.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This guy, he just calls the same shit over and over and over again.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Let's go.
Now Dobbs. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that.
Little McCaffrey.
getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Here we go. What? 90.
He's going to get it running right. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Zach Zenner taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Five plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you,
Tell him, Gafford.
that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. I know it might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Aitman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. All the way in. Touchdown.
What are you doing, number 27? You just watching it.
Marcel Aitman, 69 yards. And
Just
the
watching
Raiders
it.
have moved out in front
Who's
here in
number
the fourth
27?
quarter.
Your ass is cut.
Okay, the highlights
Watch
are
this
going
guy.
to show.
Watch number
the guy
27.
throwing it,
Yeah,
the guy catching it and ending up
maybe.
in the end zone.
Maybe.
How about those big guys
Sorry,
up front that
bitch.
allowed
Get
that
outta
to happen?
here.
He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's 2 sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great.
As
D-line
soon as I
not very
find out
good.
who you are,
And as well
brother.
as coverage, because
Who
now
are
you're really
you?
stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
Who are you, number 27? Because you are gone. You are fucking gone. Who are you? Oh, yeah. Byron Allen, you gone, dog. You gone, man. You gone. You gone. You're gone.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here.
Let's go. What?
Throwing Hundley. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Here we go.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Come on, let's go.
Dobbs is throwing. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, a 22. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route, they're really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily.
Oh yeah, because we can do that, baby. We can dive like that, knock it down.
To get through, to get to the receiver, and on that play, it was batted down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Dobbs. Flushed out right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And an alley to run. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Connor. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Come on, let's go.
On the carry, this is Zenner.
Oh, look at ZZ.
And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a short gain here down to the 22.
You cheating bitches. They injured a guy, so... Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. They had to call a timeout. Okay. Cheating bitches.
He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Okay, let's roll it.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Let's go. Brand 38.
He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
What do we want to do?
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one is right through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out is Brett Hundley and the rest of the offense as they'll take over here. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Back to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And they'll get up and spike it right at 40 seconds to go.
Obama defense. Obama defense. There it is. Obama defense.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Back to throw.
Good job.
Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now Hundley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw.
Good job!
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Way to get him. Good job, guys. Way to hold on. Coach still out.
And his guys are going to take over.